You might never guess it, but back in middle school, I was the big chubby kid. I also went to a middle school where most of my friends went to a different one. And so I didn't really have any friends. I wasn't popular, chubby kid. And after a while, started getting a little depressed and sad. Like, I just remember thinking to myself, like, man, like, I was poor, didn't have the nice clothes, unpopular child. I was just like, man, what's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? I would look at everybody else, and everybody else just seemed to be smiling. Everybody else just seemed to be happy. And I would start to ask myself, like, what am I doing wrong? Or what's wrong with me? And then I get even more angry because everybody else is happy and I'm the only one sad. So I must be doing something wrong, clearly, right? And then, honestly, I dealt with that for years. It wasn't until I was like 20 or 21 years old that I finally realized and put it together. Everybody's sad or angry or depressed about something. Everybody has that one thing that if you talk about it for 5-10 minutes and you really dig in, they're going to sit there and cry about it because it hurts so much. But we as a people, we don't like to go out and say and be vulnerable and say, hey, I got this thing that really bugs me. Instead, what we like to do is act like everything's great, put a smile on our face. Everything's good. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Even though deep down we're hurting inside. That's why you see some people smile it out, fake it a little bit or a lot. Other people put positive, great stuff on social media to cover up the pain that they're feeling. And there's a lot of other things with like drugs and alcohol and a bunch of other avenues that people kind of like deal with their sadness. And there's a bunch of ways you can deal with it. Some healthy and some not so healthy. But if you're falling into that trap like I was, assuming that everybody else is happy and you're the only one sad, that's wrong, man. Everybody's hurting with something deep down inside. Everybody has a story about something that just bothers them deep down. And everybody deals with it differently. And the way you deal with it is going to be different the way that I deal with it. I'll be honest for you, with me, I work out all the time. And a lot of people don't know, workout for me is therapy, man. Anytime something's bothering me, getting angry, frustrating me, I think about it as hard as I can when I'm lifting weights. Right before I start my set, right before I start pounding the weight, that one thing that angers me or irritates me or frustrates me, I think about it every single rep. And I just belt it out. I go for it. I get angry. And at the end of that set, I am exhausted. I am no longer angry. I am no longer frustrated. And every single set, anything that bothers me, think about it. Hit the weight, go. That is a productive way to get my anger out. I was watching Grey's Anatomy the other day. Go ahead, judge me if you want. But one thing she did was she got like stuffed toys. Got a whole bag of them, the squishy toys in it. And just thought about that angry thing and just threw them against the wall as hard as she could. And she yelled and screamed every time she threw one. And that let her get her anger and her frustration out in a productive way. And it wasn't damaging. Like, guys, there's ways to deal with these things that bother us. That's definitely a productive way. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe you want to give it a shot. Maybe some of you can leave a comment, ideas that work for you, productive ways to work through things that are stressing you out or dragging you down. And the other second thing about, I want you to get out of this message is everybody's hurting, man. Be nice. Be kind. When people give you attitude, when people seem to be rude to you, it's not against you. It's against that thing that just has them sad deep down inside. And they're hurting and they don't know how to deal with it. And you just happen to get the short end of the stick of it. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's not that they don't like you. It's just that they're struggling so much they don't know how to deal with it, and sometimes it comes out. As a teacher, man, I got to deal with it all the time when kids don't want to learn, when kids don't want to try. It's hard for me to not take it personal, but I know that they have problems at home. They have problems with mom and dad, or something happened to their cousin, and it's hurting inside. And so you have to be considerate when other people are hurting, and we got to do our part. I encourage you, man, just be nice to other people. You'll feel so much better knowing spending 5-10 minutes helping somebody out. You can accomplish anything you want as long as you're willing to sacrifice and put in the work. I believe in you. Go get it.